Thank you. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Piers and Michelle. And I want to thank to the wonderful support from the TIFF staff. They've been incredible getting us here. I'd also like to thank the producers for also getting us here and their continued support. And I'd also like to thank all of you for joining us this afternoon. Now, if you I want to tell you something you may not know, and that is that the Toronto Public Library System is the busiest public library system in the world. 70% of Torontonians have a library card, and that's just an extraordinary number. And if you visited the public library lately, on either side of the border, you may have noticed that it most likely does not resemble the institution that you remember as a child or a young adult. And what is perhaps impossible to ignore is that the intersectionality of some of the most challenging issues of our day, climate change, homelessness, mental illness, opioid addiction, the dismantling of our civil and constitutional rights, racism and class division, all connect and collide under the roof of your local public library. It's why libraries matter, and it's why librarians have become de facto social workers, first responders, and the unsung heroes of our time. A modern-day librarian is what democracy in action looks like, and our film is dedicated to them. I want to briefly share some words with you by American novelist and activist Anne Lamott, who is largely credited with saving and preventing the closure of the John Steinbeck Public Library in Salinas, California, because some politicians believe that one of the ways to balance the county budget was to close a library named after one of the greatest American novelists. Ms. Lamott writes, "A free public library is a revolutionary notion, and when people don't have free access to books, then communities are like radios without batteries. You're cut off from essential sources of information, which is mythical, practical, linguistic, political, and you break them. You render them helpless in the face of political oppression." So, you may have noticed, too, that it's been, as Cameron mentioned, over 30 years that I spent some time in a film in a public library. Tonight, I would like to introduce my new club. Please say hello and please welcome Che Rhymefest Smith. Taylor Schilling. Christian Slater. Jena Malone. Michael K. Williams. Gabrielle Union. Jeffrey Wright. And Mr. Alec Baldwin. Thank you all. Enjoy the film.